Okay, so there's one more stop on the road to WrestleMania, and it's Fastlane. Because why use roadblock, which makes sense, because if you're on the road to WrestleMania, it would make sense to put a roadblock, not an express lane. This was the SmackDown one, which was kind of bizarrely laid out. But the matches were good. Highly predictable, but very good. So, we begin with Nakamura Day taking on Rusev Day. I had to explain to my wife that this match is because Aiden English lost to Nakamura, his throat got injured. Rusev was like, I can't hear Aiden sing, I'm challenging you to a match. And here's a match for Fastlane. Great, hard-hitting match. My first thought was, man, to think Jinder Mahal was champion before Rusev. Hard-hitting match, great back and forth. Shinsuke, of course, is going to win this match, you know. You don't win the Royal Rumble, then lose your only real actual match between now and Mania. Great back and forth, solid match. These two work well. It's like, man, Rusev should have had a singles run on SmackDown by now. But Nakamura wins. Cool. Becky Lynch and Naomi, wearing similar style ring gear, took on Carmella and Natalya. This match was sloppy. It seemed like everyone's timing was just off, whether it was Becky Lynch, you know, going into the corner, looking back twice to do a back elbow, or Naomi looked like she was trying to do a kind of like a light hop on the ropes, spin kick. You can see her foot missing the ropes, she just does the spin kick. Carmella just kind of being off. It just felt like they didn't click the way they should. So a week later, Carmella wins for her team. Not a great showing for the ladies. No. Ruby Riott versus Charlotte. Ruby comes down without the Riott Squad. Riott Squad shows up later. Sudden, of course, prompts Naomi and Becky to come down. Ruby Riott and Natalya work well. Out of the Riott Squad, Ruby Riott was the one person that she went, you know what? She can carry a singles match in the E-style. Sarah Logan, really solid indie pedigree. It doesn't seem to have, her style hasn't quite fully just really clicked in with the E-style. But Ruby Riott did a great job building this match up. Solid match against Charlotte. Charlotte retains, but great back and forth. This match made Ruby Riott, for the people who didn't cheer or boo her on the way out, I think she won over that crowd. They're like, you know what, she's good. And then someone came down to the ring. Someone from Raw. Someone who wanted to point at a sign. And who wanted to point at a sign? It's Asuka. Asuka wanted to point at the sign. What sign? That sign. WrestleMania sign. Let us know that she is going to take on Charlotte. Yes. All right. Who are you taking on, Becky? Multi-women match? Could we actually see Charlotte and Asuka for SmackDown Women's title be the first singles women's match for a title since, was it 22? We've had a singles match on the main card for the title. I think it's 22. So we're due. Usos New Day. Not their best match, but their best matches are like Japanese Tokyo Dome Dave Meltzer's 6 stars. This one, it was the speed configuration. So, Kofi and Xavier taking on the Usos. I liked seeing the Usos go in Trouble in Paradise. I liked seeing Xavier hit super kicks. I liked the Usos hitting, midnight hour. I liked seeing a super kick into a top rope splash being done by Kofi and Xavier. I like how they tried to take each other's moves. I love seeing one of the Usos do a boom drop. It just worked. Kinetic, fast moving, because of the speed version of the New Day against the Usos. Worked awesome. Then two big dudes with hammers come down and they obliterate all 5 of them. When they were the Wyatt family took on the Usos, they had fantastic matches. And that was like 3 years ago. Usos have stepped it up multiple levels since then. And Wyatts have gotten pretty good too. And the New Day is probably one of the best 3-man tandems. Please bring an actual trios title. Just saying. I would love to even do a trios title and actually have it be across all 4 universes, across the whole multiverse. I'm talking teams from NXT, Raw, SmackDown, 205 Live, everybody. It's a title that can be defended anywhere. And it allows groups of 3, like Lucha House Party or Sanity, the New Day, or even teams that want to cross shows. Like if Jason Jordan came back and he was healthy. Jason Jordan, Chad Gable, Shelton Benjamin. Or maybe Jimmy and Jay pair up with Roman. Just saying. Or you give a team of Bray, Matt Hardy, and Goldust, because why not? Anything else going on. So I think that there's a good Mania match. I would dig that. The Usos have done everything to deserve to be on the main card of WrestleMania. Put those 3 teams there. Your top 3 teams. Have to tear the house down. The United States Championship match. Bobby Roode, Randy Orton. With these two, I like how they both wrestle a very slow, psychologically driven style. So the first match was Nakamura, Rusev, which is great, hard hitting, almost constantly moving, or people just be like, and it was laid out like, okay, I think I've been knocked out, and then we're kind of selling it and then going back into the match. Where these two was, you know what, suplex on the top rope. You're going to sell that rib injury the whole time. I'm working on your bad shoulder. Lots of great back and forth, psychologically driven. Both of them did taunts to the crowd. Crowd got into it. Bobby went for a, diving shoulder tackle. Ate an RKO. Orton has now won every single title. Except for the NXT ones, but there's still time. I'm thinking maybe we see Randy Orton go after Pete Dunne's UK title. Bitter End, reverse an RKO. Why not? Or maybe he decides to do champion versus champion and takes on Daracian Almas. Or we do a tattoo man versus tattoo man match. Orton takes on Aleister Black. Why not? And then, of course, Jinder Mahal comes down. There's kind of a pattern in some of these matches. You had outside interference with the Ruby Riott Charlotte match. Outside interference that led to the end of the New Day Uso match. You had Jinder Mahal come down to congratulate Orton by beating up Orton, and then eating the glorious DDT. Bobby Roode was like, I lost my title. I'm going to hit you too, Randy Orton. And triple threat for the title at Mania? You've got 2 singles titles that are both going to be triple threat matches. You got Rollins, Miz, Balor for the IC. Roode, Orton, Mahal for the US. Not bad. I mean, you've got to fill the 3.5 days worth of WrestleMania somehow. And now we get to the main event. There's some awesome spots in this. Seeing Ziggler reverse an AA into a Famouser is pretty sweet. Seeing Sami Zayn lay down for Kevin Owens, and then those 2 guys beat the daylights out of each other, was worth it. Before Shane McMahon had to be on the outside of the ring. Shane's the super kick. And Kevin Owens. So when Kevin's going for the pin, Shane pulls him out. But Sami got in his face too, so Sami's going for the pin. 1, 2, no, pull up by Shane. Corbin ran out the chairs and the steps and starts mashing everyone. I'm thinking, you know what? He needs to mash Shane. I think everyone needs to hit Shane. AJ and Shane had a match. Owens and Shane had a match. Zayn got involved in the Owens and Shane's match. Ziggler needs a spot on WrestleMania. He should take on Shane. Maybe John Cena takes on Shane at WrestleMania because Shane's being mean to Daniel Bryan. Baron Corbin hit an amazing deep 6 on AJ Styles. Great overall match, nice. It had moments had a really good flow to it. And other times where it just the Shane McMahon thing just really took me out of the match because I'm tired of seeing Shane interject himself in the main event. Final, of course, is like pop-up powerbomb, turn around, phenomenal forearm, 1, 2, 3, good. AJ put on a phenomenal match, like he should. And he's going to take on Nakamura in what should be the main event. He won WrestleMania. He won the Royal Rumble after all. But we have seen the winner of the Royal Rumble be the opening contest, like Sheamus Debray. So, solid wrestling, with the exception of the U.S. title. Very, very predictable outcome.